it up, it look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems. Let me. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out. It can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to.
Time to raise another banner in Foxborough.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And his first pass is incomplete. An interesting note about the Steelers opening up on the road here. It's the 5th season in a row that they have started away from home. Longest active streak in the league. And, of course, pitting them against the Patriots, two of the most storied franchises, especially in the last couple of decades. Since 2002, these two teams have met in 3 AFC championship games, with New England getting the better of Pittsburgh all 3 times. And you think of the Lombardi trophies, with New England winning last year. Each of these franchises has 6 trophies, tied for the most in the entire league. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Brady going to throw. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. First down, here's White. Now White lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Brady's throw there complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. shotgun now for Brady. Slant route caught by Edelman. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Brady deferring to White on the draw. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
26 mark. I'm coming. At the Steelers' 23-yard line. Rip. 26 mark. Hey, exit. 26.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll run it. This is Michel. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. Brady now on first down. He hits his target, left side, Watson. Now the ball comes loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
Cover! Hey, Alpha! Stop your whining. He's coming! We got double up. 26, Mike, 26.
To throw again on second down. Brady, he'll find Harry on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a third down in less than a yard. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now White, and he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6.
72. 198. Hey, Delta. 98 for Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 198.
Now Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they...
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A reminder, coming up tomorrow night, it's the 1 weekend of the year where we get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game. Then Broncos and Raiders, Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and also the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game at 10:30 Eastern. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Alert! Hey, Charlie! 50,
On 2nd down, here's Brady. On the crossing route, complete. That's Gordon.
Holding offense.
Marcus Cannon, the guilty party there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, 66. Hey, Echo. Hey, come on, Alert!
From the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
26 Mike. Let's go. Ozzy. 26 Mike. Bravo. Don't say nothing. Crack it.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, baby.
James Conner, 99 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that run we just saw, 99 yards, ties for the longest in NFL history.
How about that? Was that Tony Dorsett in Minnesota?
In 83.
For Dallas?
On a Monday night, yeah.
And only 10 guys lined up on offense on that play.
How about that? And we just saw a record equalizer right there from 99 yards away. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Antonio Brown, 74 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's caught inside the 25. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. More problems. Here on 3rd down, they've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to
and got his man complete. That's good for 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Come on now, let's go.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan. And you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection. So you have to have a counter to that because you know they're probably going to bring pressure when they see an empty backfield. So you get rid of the ball quickly. Quick drop, ball's out of the quarterback's hands, keeps it from getting hit, and they get a completion.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. To Switzer over the middle. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And in their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
That throw by Brady, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Brady now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Josh Gordon, 75 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start with a give to Connor. And shutting him off, now open field. The 40, 30, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Brady. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of... Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. 54 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play.
Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Patriots get a score closer. So what can Brady do here is he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They'll run forward with Michel, and he's going to get in for the score, and the lead now cut to 14. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he lost the football. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw here, Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Here we go. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McDonald. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Let's go.
You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receiver...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Antonio Brown. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your quarter? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. That one good for 26 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now this throw, it's complete. It's Moncrief with it. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete. That's McDonald. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
He will push his way down to about the 14. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Able to find Switzer. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back now in Foxborough. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's Steeler foot, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 3 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
I mean,
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. To throw, it's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Steelers in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Xavier Grimble, 26 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now out come the Patriots. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term
pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Antonio Brown with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Patriots get a score closer. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2. They'll run for it with Michelle. And make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Again, it's Connor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Good one, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
A gain of 6 there on first. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Dante Moncrief. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This will be taken in at the 1. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
22 yards there, a first down. Throwing now is Brady. Finds his man. Watson over the middle. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Pittsburgh, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.